Elite Facts presents
15 fastest cars in the world as of 2016.
15.
Lamborghini Centenario. We're starting off the list with a car manufacturer that everyone knows and loves, Lamborghini. This car is on most people's lists of things to buy if they somehow win the lottery. And hey, can you honestly blame them? Not only is the Centenario a beautiful looking car, but its performance is pretty outstanding. At top speed, the car is able to reach up to 217 miles per hour. It's equipped with a V12 engine, has 770 horsepower, and is able to go from 0 to 186 miles per hour in just 23 seconds. Now, can you imagine how other cars on this list will fare if this is the slowest?
14.
Aston Martin 177. Without a doubt, one of the more luxurious-looking cars on this list, the Aston Martin 177 combines the suave, classy James Bond look with the performance of a true supercar, as this vehicle is able to reach an incredible 220 miles per hour, all thanks to its 7.3-liter V12 engine that can produce up to 750 horsepower and is able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. If only this car had some real MI6 gadgets.
13.
Gumpert Apollo. What it lacks for in looks, it certainly makes up for in performance. The Gumpert Apollo is one of the lesser-known car makes on this list, as it's a manufacturer that people simply just don't bring up often enough. Sure, the car looks nice, although nowhere near as nice as some of the other vehicles on this list, but its performance is something that doesn't get the recognition it deserves. The vehicle is equipped with a 4.2-liter V8 engine, which is able to produce up to 1,000 horsepower and can go from 0 to 120 miles per hour in just 9 seconds, with its top speed reaching up to 223 miles per hour.
12.
Pagani Huayra. Very similar to the previously mentioned Gumpert Apollo, the Pagani Huayra is certainly a car that's not talked about often by casual car enthusiasts. Again, much like the Apollo, it certainly deserves recognition for its performance because it's really impressive. The vehicle is equipped with a turbo-twin V12 6-liter engine, is capable of putting out 730 horsepower, and has a top speed of 230 miles per hour. That, and the car looks sleek. That's always a positive to mention, even if it's not part of its performance, so it gets bonus points for that.
11.
Zenvo ST1. Oh man, is this car simply beautiful. Zenvo is yet another company that doesn't get as much recognition as the main auto manufacturers do, but man, do they deserve it. Not only do they put out beautiful models, but the ST1 line of cars are incredible for their performance. These cars are equipped with a 6.8-liter V8 engine and capable of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a mere 3 seconds, with the car's top speed being 233 miles per hour. Zenvo certainly deserves more recognition.
10.
Saleen S7 Twin. Without a doubt, the most plain-looking car on this list, not to take away from the Saleen S7 as it's a nice-looking car, but its design is pretty basic stuff. However, we're not here to talk about that, although we will continue to mention the car's presentation because, well, why not? The Saleen S7 is pretty powerful as the car contains a twin-turbo V8 7-liter engine that's capable of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds, with its top speed hitting 248 miles per hour.
9.
McLaren F1. Okay, now we're back in familiar territory. The McLaren F1 is pretty much one of the most famous supercars in existence, next to the Lamborghini Aventador and the Ferrari Enzo. The sleek look, combined with its outstanding performance, makes this one of the best cars in the world. The car comes with a 6.1-liter BMW MV12 engine with 670 horsepower. It's incredibly light as it only has a 520 pound-per-foot torque and is able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a matter of only 3.2 seconds and has a top speed of 240 miles per hour. Impressive, to say the least.
8.
Koenigsegg CCR. Jumping right back into unfamiliar territory, Koenigsegg takes up 3 spots on this list, so this manufacturer is no stranger to speed. The Koenigsegg CCR isn't the nicest looking car in our own personal opinion, but it is yet another case of performance over appearance, as the vehicle comes equipped with a 4.7-liter V8 engine and is able to produce up to 806 horsepower. The car is able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 3.7 seconds. Sure, that takeoff speed may not be too impressive, as it falls short under some of the previous mentions on this list. However, this car's top speed easily cements its place on this list, as the car is capable of reaching 242 miles per hour.
7.
Koenigsegg Agera. Hey, well, what do you know? Koenigsegg takes up back-to-back spots on our list. This time, however, Koenigsegg gives us both performance and appearance, as this vehicle is pretty damn sleek, to say the least. Not to mention, it improves over the CCR by coming equipped with a twin-turbocharged V8 engine that's capable of producing up to 700 horsepower and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds, shaving 1 whole second off of the CCR's takeoff time. Not to mention, the Agera is slightly faster, as this car is capable of reaching up to 248 miles per hour.
6.
SSC Ultimate Aero. So this is literally what happens when a Lamborghini Aventador makes love to a Ferrari 488 GT. But all joking aside, the SSC Ultimate Aero is a fantastic vehicle that just oozes power. Filled with a twin-turbo V8 engine that can produce up to 1,278 horsepower, it's capable of hitting 200 miles per hour in under 16 seconds and has a top speed of 256 miles per hour. Before we move on, we just need to say that the more futuristic you make a supercar look, the more it literally looks like a spacecraft, and that's clearly what's happened to the newer models. Still nice though.
5.
9FF GT9R. Based off of the popular Porsche 911, manufacturer 9FF decided to use the base model and structure of the Porsche 911 and then added a very unique type of engine to the model to turn it into a supercar. This engine is a 4.0-liter flat 6 that was easily capable of producing up to 1,120 horsepower. The GT9R is easily capable of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a mere 2.9 seconds and has a top speed of 257 miles per hour. Technically, this car is a mod, but it's a service that's provided by manufacturer 9FF, so technically it counts.
4.
Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Oh man, this car should be on everyone's list. The Bugatti Veyron is not only one of the most luxurious and perfectly engineered supercars on the market, but it's one of the top 5 fastest cars in the world. The Veyron contains an 8-liter quad-turbo W16 engine and weighs around 1,106 pounds per foot torque. The Veyron is capable of 1,200 horsepower and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 2.4 seconds, with a top speed of 268 miles per hour.
3.
Hennesey Venom GT. Now, despite all the controversy Hennesey Performance Engineering gets for bad customer service, as well as being infamous for placing faulty parts in vehicles for sale to the public, Hennesey has managed to create a fantastic supercar in the form of the Venom GT. This vehicle is a legitimate speed demon. Equipped with a 7-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine, it's capable of going from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. Not to mention, it's capable of going from 0 to 200 miles per hour in just 14 seconds and has a top speed of 270 miles per hour.
2.
Koenigsegg Agera R. The third and final time Koenigsegg appears on this list, and boy, do they not disappoint. This time around, Koenigsegg presents us with the Agera R, and man, is this a nice-looking car. Featuring a really sleek design, the Agera R incorporates a 5-liter turbocharged V8 engine that's capable of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds and from 0 to 186 miles per hour in just 11 seconds. The final thing to mention is that this vehicle has a top speed of 273 miles per hour. Koenigsegg may not be a well-known car manufacturer, but to have 3 cars that rank high on many automotive lists as being some of the fastest vehicles in the world is pretty incredible.
1.
Bugatti Chiron. Claiming our top spot is the brand new Bugatti Chiron. Only being released this year, Bugatti has pretty much cemented themselves as one of the leading car manufacturers and engineers in the world. The Chiron comes encased with an 8-liter W16 quad turbocharged engine that's capable of going from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.4 seconds. You're probably thinking, oh well, that's only 0.1 seconds less than the Agera R. And yes, that's true. However, the Chiron is capable of reaching a whopping 288 miles per hour. That is a massive 15 miles per hour top speed difference between the two.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.